Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Cards. It's Wednesday, and I'm Michelle Irene with Stampin' Up. I'm really happy to be here this morning, even though I am suffering from what seems to be the allergy attack of the century. So, bear with me. Something has been stirred up in my yard, and it's driving me crazy. How are you guys with allergies this year? I know I've talked to several people and they're just saying that it's just awful. So in celebration of hay fever season, I thought we'd grab the outgoing Retiring Garden Impressions Designer Series paper. This paper I absolutely love, and I haven't used it enough this year. I've really tried, but it's it just seems to fall by the wayside because it's 6x6. And so I thought I'd pull it out, and I've been showing you all week some tips and tricks for maximizing your 6x6 paper use. Okay, so today we're making a sweet and simple card, so hashtag simple stamping. And truly, it is some simple stamping and a few basic cuts. Now remember, all measurements will be on my blog and up this morning, and so you can go out and find those measurements later on. We're going to start with a card base of soft seafoam, which measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Good morning, Gordy Van Gogh. It's good to see you this morning. Then I have a piece of shaded spruce, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I have my favorite pattern from the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper stack, which measures 3 by 4. Now, with a 3 by 4 piece, you can get 2 pieces out of a 6x6 piece of paper with a 2-inch strip left over, which is fantastic because then you can use that for other projects. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just layer these 2 pieces. These are going to go layered right here and slightly off center. So I like to see where it's going to be, and then I grab my snail, which was just right here. Oh, I've moved it. You know I do that. Huh. Well, in that case, I have some fast fuse. Okay, and I'm just going to tack this down so I can see where it's going to go. Just a little bit, okay? And then, before we adhere it to the card, I have some Whisper White baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap this around, 2 or 3 times, okay? 3, whoops, I didn't leave a long enough tail. I want you to leave a long enough tail where we can tie a bow, okay? So on this end, leave you enough twine to tie a bow. So wrap it 3 times. Come over here and tie a knot. I like using baker's twine because it's not bulky at all. And it just adds a little something to your card without a whole great big bow. But I am going to add just a tiny bow right here. Good morning, Janice. It's good to see you this morning. So just a little bow, okay, and you can fan that out. I'm going to trim my edges. These are my old snips. And now we can adhere that to our card base. So in lieu of snail, I do have some fast views left over that you know I like to use. And that's going to go right on my card base. Now for stamping, I am using the Abstract Impressions stamp set, and I've chosen the stamp that says "There's so much to love about you." Now this card could be given to just about anyone. So I have a scrap of soft seafoam, and I'm going to grab my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to stamp it. Whoops. That's a photopolymer stamp. So I'm going to grab my piercing mat, and I'm going to stamp this right over here. Whoops. Then I have my pretty label punch. And normally we punch this way, but this time I want you to turn it sideways. Okay, so it's going to be vertical, and I'm just trying to line that up so it's nice and straight. Then we're going to create a double label. So I want you to take your paper snips, okay? And see this first little bump here? I want you to take your snips and cut it straight across. And do the same thing on the bottom. So this first little bump, just straight across. Now that looks kind of funny. So I have a scrap of shaded spruce, and I'm going to punch that out. And we're going to layer that on here. So now what you've done is kind of created a little frame for your label. Okay, just a little adhesive. I'm going to put that on here, line it up, and then with some dimensionals, and because this is going this way over the twine, you don't need any on the side, just on the top and the bottom. And this is going to cover right there. And it's missing something. What's it missing? How about some pearls? Oh, I found my snail over by my pearls. Okay, let's just add 2 of these small pearls right over here on either side. And there, some simple stamping. It didn't take very long at all, and it's going to make someone's day to receive that either in the mail or when you hand it to them in person. So again, that's the Garden Series Designer Series paper. All of the Designer Series paper in the 2018-2019 catalog is retiring. I've noticed that some of them are already on the retired list and no longer available. So make sure that if you're wanting some, you go ahead and grab it. All right, so thanks for watching. Again, all of the information is found on my blog today at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. And I will see you back here Saturday morning for Crafty Saturday. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.